John Starchman, General Manager at the Red Onion Cafe, and today I'm going to be talking about different types of knives and how to use them. So starting at this end here, I've got a Chinese vegetable cleaver, and it's used for chopping vegetables. It's not meant for heavy meat and bone because it's a very thin blade. Its big advantage is that you can scoop up a lot of food with it. Its disadvantage is that it's kind of heavy, but it works very well. I've got a regular Henkel's French chef's knife. I've got kind of a fusion between an Oriental style and a Western style chef knife made by Shun. I've got a plain stamped chef's knife. They're relatively inexpensive. I have a Santoku knife with grantons, that's these cuts in the side that allow you to slice wet things like cucumbers and tomatoes without them sticking to the blade. I've got a general purpose, kind of a fish and a general purpose knife with a non-slip handle. A utility knife. I have a fillet knife that's very flexible and usable for fish, making fillets. And then I have two paring knives, a large one and a small one. And a serrated bread knife, and then a honing steel. It's largely my opinion that with these four knives on the cutting board here, you can do any kitchen task. Alright, so I'm going to teach you how to hold a traditional chef's knife. They call this the pinch grip, and what you're going to do is you're going to pinch the blade like that. This keeps your knuckles off the cutting board so that the knife can make complete contact, and you can make this rocking motion. One of the reasons why the French chef's knife is so versatile is you can do different things with it. For example, garlic. To dice garlic, you have to smash it. So you can use the blade to smash the garlic, and then you can dice it. Now, it's important when you chop things that you keep your fingers out of the way. Your fingers need to be back, like this. You don't want your thumb sticking out because then it could get cut. You need your fingers back. So like when you dice an onion, you use this blade to make cuts in the onion. And then you keep your fingers back, and you use this rocking motion of the knife to cut through the onion. Another big advantage to the rocking motion of a knife like this is if you were to dice parsley. Take advantage of that rocking motion to mince the parsley finely. So a word about appropriate cutting surfaces. You'll notice in this video that I'm using a wooden cutting board. The plastic, I think they're probably popeline. Plastic cutting boards are really good too, but you should avoid using marble, glass, or anything hard because that will damage your knife. So I talked about dicing an onion, and now I wanted to cover slicing. This bread knife is ideal for cutting bread. The reason being is because it saws through the bread evenly without smashing the bread flat, so you get nice, clean slices. You don't have to use it just for bread, it's also good for vegetables. Anything you want to slice, you can make nice slices with the cucumber. This is also a place where the grantons that I mentioned on this Santoku knife come in handy, because as you slice a cucumber, ideally, the vegetable doesn't stick to the knife. So if you have any questions about what we're doing here today, please feel free to reply to the blog. I'm going to include a link to a video from Alton Brown. I'm sure you recognize him. He's a Food Network guy, and he does training videos for Shun knives. And I'm by no means an expert on this topic, but I've done a lot with knives, and I've done a lot of reading about knives, and I like knives.